Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to today's coverage of the brand new feathered species pack for Jurassic World Evolution 2, releasing tomorrow for you lovely folks at home, along with Update 6, which I'll have a video on a little bit later on today. In this video, we're going to check out Dino Kyrus, our big, long-armed, feathered, duck-faced, omnivorous dinosaur. It feeds from both the piscivore feeder and from the flora, from the vegetation that we plant as well. So it should be really interesting. Let's take a quick look at some statistics before we release it. We're going to do some combat tests as well, as you can see. So Dino Kyrus will be up here at the top. There it is. Appeal 864. It's really high. It's up there with Carcharodontosaurus and that kind of ilk, you know, your big theropods. This is a important dinosaur. We've got a batch size of up to 4, which is actually more than expected. I'm quite excited about that. It's very expensive at $1 million cost per egg. We've got some dinosaur needs there, like sauropods and hadrosaurids. This likes any carnivore that can kill it, basically. Therizinosaurus and the Dr. Wu hybrids needs fish, as you can see, and it needs ground leaf, so it does need both its food sources to be happy. And in terms of dominance, we're talking 122, which is not that high. Very high appeal, and not that high in terms of dominance. It's Carnotaurus sort of levels. Now, of course, we'll check out all the skins in the species viewer at the end of the game, but here we go. Release animation, Dino Kyrus. Always love it when there's a fourth one that takes its time to appear at the back. You know, it just seems like a bit of a straggler. Am I crazy, or did we yet again have new exit animation, new exit music there? I've already recorded Deinocheirus' video, and that one does have new exit music, so maybe that is a bit of a theme with the pack. But there we go. There is our Dino Kyrus, looking absolutely beautiful. I believe these are all patterned, so the pattern has this kind of swooping effect here along the body and down here, and probably this like little spurt of colour we have here by the face as well. Like I say, we'll check all these out in a little bit more detail later on in the species viewer. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. So we've got this unfeathered bit here, really beautifully textured actually, around here by the mouth. I love how it curls around sort of behind the eye here with the feathering. You can still see the sort of the shape of the jaw underneath the feather texture as well. And then it comes forward into that duckbill-esque snout at the front. Do you have any games on your phone? Anyways, we've got the big hump there at the back, of course, all beautifully. Again, it's kind of like a furry, feathery coating at this point as well. And then this huge, swooping, drooping tail, which, you know, looks like it's been clogged in water almost with these little bright points. It's got dyed tips, like it's in a boy band from the early 2000s, basically, on this one. You can see it there as well on that one, those greys at the bottom. I love that hanging, low-hanging tail. Very unlike anything else in the game so far, and rendered beautifully. Whole body covered until you get down to the arms, which are fairly long, as you can see, which Dino Kyrus had humongous arms, just like our Therizinosaurus. So nice long arms for our Dino Kyrus. Little claws there at the end for gripping, and then we've got these, again, the feet sort of uncovered in that sort of more reptilian sort of texture. It looks remarkable. There you go, there's it a little bit. I wanted to see the drinking animation, but instead we'll watch it itch itself instead. Sounds great as well. I mean, I think that is a remarkable looking dinosaur. I think that's absolutely beautiful. It's like paleo art come to life, you know? Really excited to see some of these animations. Are we heading towards the fish feeder? That's what I'm hoping for. Come on, nommy noms. Nommy noms. They look so well suited to the water as well in a way. I think in large part because of that tail. That was actually the joint feeder animation we just saw playing there. The one on the left manages to get the fish first, and the one on the right is clearly a little displeased. Never mind that there's a billion fish. The one on the right is very displeased about this. occurring and decides to voice its disapproval. I love that. I love the noise they make. It's almost duck-esque in a way. It's got that kind of slightly high-pitched noise to it, and then a kind of guttural, staggered sort of noise that they make. And the way they eat as well. Oh, this one's leaning forward on the solo animation. Leans forward, grabs hold of it, and then again they swallow, you know, like a pelican would, where it's like a gulp, gulp. They're not chewing or biting, they're just sort of moving their throat and their, moving their body, moving their throat, moving their mouth, just to force the fish down and swallow it whole. It looks brilliant. I love this reaching over and grabbing on. Again, we've got those long arms and big hands. They should be utilising those to feed and various other things. See there in the tail as well how it hangs down at the sides. It's not like a big ball of fluff. It is hanging down. There is like a gap underneath it. As you can see the tail kind of carries on underneath there and it hangs down around the side. Looks so good. It's so good. It really is beautiful. Right, okay, so I need to find out what foliage it needs so we can showcase that it does indeed feed on both fish and flora. Need some ground leaf. It sits. Gives itself a little shake. Oh god, it looks amazing. A little scratch there on the ground as well, scratching around the back of its neck. Again, using those long arms. I always like it when they take the unique features of a creature and they implement it into the animations. You know, it's like with the Indominus Rex, has massive arms and it utilizes them well, and that feels appropriate for the dinosaur. There we go, we've got some grass feeding going on down there as well. They scratch themselves constantly. I think it's not a Prehistoric Planet reference, but it feels similar. In Prehistoric Planet, of course, there was all those insects flying around and the Dino Kyrus wanted to itch itself on the tree. When you live in swamps and when you live in like sort of aquatic-ish environments, there's lots of insects flying around, so they would have to scratch themselves constantly and clear those insects away from their feathers. Maybe that's the inspiration behind that. A little bit of a drinking animation there. You can see how it's, you know, scooping up, and again, it's not actively lapping or anything like that. It's just using its jaw, using its head movement to scoop up the water, and then gives itself a little shake afterwards to clear all the water from its neck feathers. All these little behaviours, all these little shakes and scratches and little things that all feel realistic for where this creature would have lived. So it's going to look even weirder when I stick it in the middle of a desert or something like that. Okay, I think based on the way they just moved, that this is probably the social animation here. Oh, it was the social animation I saw before. So one of them lies down, the other walks past it, and then flops that massive... It seems to be a thing Frontier really likes doing lately, the tail on the head, but flops that massive feathery tail over the head of the second one, which kind of just sits there for a moment, realising what's going on, and then kind of pops its head up and tries to break free. I will get you that again, though, because that was really cool, and I want to see it in slightly better detail. Okay, this should be good. Should be good. This one's just so oblivious, just scratching itself, having a lovely little scratch. Well, this one, I just love that you can just see the snout pop up through that like curtain of feathers, basically, until eventually it gets a little too annoyed with the whole situation and it throws itself out there entirely. Right, so I am, as I'm sure many of you are, very curious to see how a Dino Kyrus will stack up in combat. So a little bit of combat there between the two Dino Kyrus. They're slightly awkward creatures given their size, so they kind of hop to the side and then scratch at each other. I wasn't really hoping that they would kill each other, but, you know, it's what it is. Okay, since it wasn't working with the Carnotaurus whatsoever, I've now bred a very angry, very strong Dino Kyrus with 30% attack bonus and 30% defense bonus to hopefully take down this Allosaurus. I have been trying it with another Dino Kyrus who kept getting absolutely whomped. Hopefully my big green Hulk machine is going to be the one to pull it off instead. Does look like it's doing okay. Bam, goes in for a lovely claw there. Low health on the Allosaurus. Are we going to see glory? Someone's got to die. Someone's got to die. But for God's sake, I hate this combat system so much. Okay, Allosaurus is at very, very low health, so this should be the end, hopefully. Well, that wasn't expected. What? That was incredible. Wow, I really didn't see that coming at all. Right, we obviously have to make that happen again and get that in a little bit more detail. That was amazing. I thought it was just, you know how some dinosaurs, they've got their attack animation. Like the Therizinosaurus, I think. Oh no, Therizinosaurus had the cool stab animation. That was incredible. We need to see that again. Let me just make another Allosaurus and wear it down over time. Tolerant, good. Okay, we should be good to go again. Allosaurus is very, very low health. They're squaring up to each other. Allosaurus turns to run. Dino Kyrus is having none of it. Tackles it to the ground. Rolls over with it. And, then boots it in the back of the head. That's where the actual kill comes in. Massive kick to the back of the skull. That is so good. Right, I need to see that multiple more times. I've saved it just before, so we should be okay. The fact that Dino Kyrus, this big, lumbering, hulking, hunking chunk of feathery, ducky dinosaur, is enough to scare the Allosaurus away. So the Allosaurus is actively going to turn... Like, it's looking at it now. So it's thinking about it. It's considering it. It's kind of squaring up to each other. And then the Allosaurus is going to reconsider its life any second now. Allosaurus, nope, not interested, but no, it's like a rugby tackle. Bites down on its neck. They both tumble to the ground. Little kick there to the back of the head. Bonk. There's two little kicks. There's a big one to the back there. And down it goes. Okay, one thing I do want to check out with our Dino Kyrus is, can it be pack hunted? So let's pop out some Velociraptors and take a look. Is it going to square up in one-to-one combat, or is it large enough to have the Velociraptors actively jump on it like they would a Ceratopsid? And thankfully, we didn't have to wait long to find out. It is indeed a pack hunt. The Dino Kyrus is not going to go down easily, especially this one with its 30% bust stats. Oof. Oof, get it off your head, buddy. Get it off your head. There you go. Fling it away. That raptor dead. No, it's up. I think Dino Kyrus, my god. It is 6 Velociraptors. It's not an easy fight, this by any stretch. I think they've given up for now. Dino Kyrus took a heavy hit. Oof. 11%. Well, it's safe to say Dino Kyrus can indeed be pack hunted. This is such a good animation that I feel like I'm constantly just replaying it, trying to make it perfect, get the lighting right, etc. For it. It's interesting because the first kick comes in from the right leg and it kind of like, it lowers the body, it kicks down on the sort of the upper spine of the Allosaurus and kicks it away from the Dino Kyrus, and then it's that second, like to get it access to the head almost, and then that second kick comes in and that is the death blow. Oh, look at that, that's a proper Velociraptor JP1 death pose right there. Alright, little bonus clip here. Did a little bit more looking into this and thought, okay, it killed Allosaurus is kind of like a medium carnivore, not really a large carnivore. So how does the Dino Kyrus do against a large carnivore? First of all, I think I commented on the size in the video, but it's got to be said. I mean, you compare it here to the Acrocanthosaurus, which admittedly, it's hunkered down a little bit, but Dino Kyrus looks pretty decently sized. It's not as long. I think it could be a little bit bigger even than this, but some of the other dinosaurs are kind of out of scale, so it makes the Dino Kyrus look differently sized, I suppose. But generally speaking, you would say Dino Kyrus it's fairly humongous. It really is. So my qualms on that have been calmed down a little bit. Now, the reason where I'm just going to save this very quickly in my myriad save files while we do this, there is a unique kill animation between the Dino Kyrus and the Acrocanthosaurus, which I should be able to show you in a second when they start fighting again. It's not nearly as exciting as the other one, but it is unique, so we're going to showcase that in just a second.
animals in
There you go.
optimum condition.
Do be quiet. So, not much to say on that one. It's a pretty simple little animation. It's one swipe and a two swipe. But it is, I believe, unique to the Dino Kyrus. I can't think of anything else that does that. And it's cool that it's in the game, full stop. Anyway, so there you go. Enjoy. Right, well, if I don't move on, I don't think I'll ever see any other dinosaur in the game. So let's check out the skins and some of the animations for the Dino Kyrus. We've got the idle there, the standing. This is the idle animation, I should say. Give itself a little shake. A little bit of a scratch. Of course, we saw that a few times in-game as well. Very, very satisfying, I'm sure. It walks. Exciting. It runs. Bounds forward on these massive legs. It sits. It shakes. So this is like the idle lying down animation, I guess. Yeah. Cool. Really nicely animated. Let's check out the skins as well. First things first, let's turn off the pattern. Actually, we'll do a little bit of a comparison for the pattern. So you can see it adds like a burst of colour here on the lower cheek sort of area. And of course, it adds the stripes. And it adds the colouring on the tip of the tail as well. So let's check out the patternless colours first of all. That is Death Valley, Sonoran Desert, Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley. Got a little nice mix of greys and reds in there. Salar del Huesco, Limpopo River, Killian Mountains, Yukon River, Svalbard. Really like that one. Amazon Rainforest, Mangrove Forest. That looks like something, and I can't remember. It looks a little bit like an orangutan, actually. And the Gambia River Basin. So some really nice ones. I think we're going to check out Svalbard. I think that's pretty sweet. And then Rana, so adds these black stripes and these white, yellow stripes and sort of whitish, yellowish details. Kalkarana is just black stripes, maybe blue as well. Lithobates with the red and green. Pulkarana is black. Papyrana, red. And Pelophylax, blue and black. Let's just mix these up a little bit. Maybe Great Sandy Desert's a better one to showcase. But yeah, you could get definitely some... it'd be nice if we had like a random option in here. I never really thought about that at all right now, but it'd be quite nice actually. I think, yeah, I mean, that for example is really cool. It's just really nice, and you can see, just look at the tail as we go through, you can see the tips of the tail changing colour as well with each one. Get some really interesting, varied colour combinations going on. Really bright and colourful dinosaur, which is what we love to see, especially with our feathered dinosaurs. Right, that is it for the Dino Kyrus. How did they pronounce it?
Dino Kyrus.
Dino Kyrus. Perfect. Beautiful stuff. I should have done that in all of them, actually. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please do throw me a like down below. I know half of it was that same animation, but it's a pretty cool animation. We, of course, still have two dinosaurs. Well, one dinosaur, one pterosaur still to come, assuming I upload this second. And we have the whole video on the free update. So stick around, 3 more videos coming at least today. If you enjoyed this one, throw me a like. Let me know what's your favourite part of the Dino Kyrus. And I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Thanks for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.